8:45 on Monday night. Just finished PT at Tough, which is the gym that I train at in Blackpool when I'm not in Manchester. So PT Max, who's currently now focused on building as much muscle and strength as possible. He's absolutely blown up recently. He was 62 kilos when he came to me, and he was actually really struggling to gain weight. And he weighed in at 76 kilos this morning, which is absolutely incredible. And then also just PT'd Mick, who I've been working with since January last year. Mick is an absolute legend. He's currently now in a deficit. We've been through various different phases now: accumulation, building strength, building volume, now building muscle. We're now into his deficit, so we're going into a deficit until the back end of the year. We're focused to now get him down to around 90 kilos to make him a stronger, more athletic, and kind of fully all-round hybrid athlete. So yeah, just going to drive home now, pack my stuff, get Mocha, and then we're going to go back to Manchester. Finished a 3-hour work block, set 2 clients up, 2 client programs done, and now going to go to physio to hopefully now alleviate some of the pain that I'm experiencing in my right hip.
Don't go shooting all the dogs, cause one of them got fleas. Don't just listen to these songs and think that you got grease. They just lyrics, I be venting to this mic, it's therapy. You can leave, but the mother guys is whack, they not me. Godspeed, sweetie, living out my dreams. I don't need a genie. Pops did Madonna shows, music in my blood, it was destined for me.
And also got Ben coming, who is the Muscle Mind Team Performance Coach. Ben was one of my first ever clients, and we've just built an incredible relationship, and Ben is now actually working alongside Muscle Mind because he has built up an incredible base of knowledge in powerlifting. Strength training, strength conditioning is a massive passion for him, and we are doing an Athletics in Liverpool on the 26th of October, so we're about 2 weeks out now. We're going to be doing a simulation today, getting used to using some of the equipment we're actually not too familiar with, so that will certainly be exciting. My hip is feeling a little bit better after seeing the physio yesterday.
For my little ones, my real ones, for people trying to feel some, for all the bridges burned along the way and how we still run and still swim, even though we underwater, never hit the kill switch and overcome like everything we deal with. I still feel there's more for me to do until I call it quits. Everything I do is for the ones I love and miss. Take some time, water flowers till they grow and split. Then take the seeds, plant them back, and you control the ship. Navigating through the eye of the storm. Live through the lows, got me higher in form. Soldier soul, now you got buyer's remorse. I stay composed when the blood suckers hit me with a tireless swarm. I've been down.
Back from the athletics sim, which didn't go too bad, did it?
No, it's pretty good. Very doable. Learned how to do everything pretty well, I think.
No surprise we weren't too bad at the strength bit. Yes, we did strength section. So strength section, for anyone that's wondering, you do a 1 rep max pull up followed by a 3 rep max shoulder to overhead. So you can do like a push press, you can do like an Olympic lift, followed by a 5 rep max deadlift, and you've got a time cap of 25 minutes?
Yeah, per section.
We did it in 20 minutes. So I got a
55.
55, Ben got
25.
25.
Bad day. Bad day.
Ben got 55 as well.
Yes, it's like
You got 65 and push press.
70.
I got 80. I reckon there's another 2.5. Do a 5 kilometre run, 5 kilometre bike, 1 kilometre ski, 2 kilometre row. There are certain like permutations. So if I start on the running machine, the skill mill, I've got to run, row, run, and you've got to.
You just have to finish it. Once you start an erg, you have to finish it. So if
Yeah.
I start the row, I have to finish all 2k of that before I can step off and do something else.
Yeah. So we finished that with about 2.5 minutes left. I went out far too quick on the running. I went out like a 3-minute kilometre and absolutely blew up. But yeah, I reckon if I run at like a 4:15, 4:20 kilometre pace, that would be.
I think I did the same thing with the ski, to be honest. I think I went out too
I think we
early.
went out a bit too keen and a bit too,
Yeah.
too
I thought
ambitious.
we were a bit fitter than we probably are.
And then we went on to the Metcon. How would you describe the Metcon?
Doable. We just need to learn how to do all the things. Like, we get some good box setups first. Get some actual sandbags.
Yeah, so we're using a box. It's a 30-inch box in athletics. We didn't have a 30-inch box in the gym we were in, so we stacked it on some like soft plates. It wasn't ideal, was it?
No, very wobbly.
And we didn't have the sandbag to do the 60 kilo squats or the 30 kilo standing to overhead. So yeah, we did the best that we could. Athletics sim done now. We get some food, chill, do a little bit of work. Yeah, Manchester half on Sunday. Ben's got a big squat session tomorrow with a knee that he bashed up in.
Rugby match yesterday. I don't know how that's going to go.
So it's currently 7 AM, just had my electrolytes, just taken Mocha out to toilet. Have been getting up a little bit later this week, just with it being the Manchester half and wanting to make sure that my body is fully recovered. So I usually get roughly about 6.5 hours sleep. I usually get up around kind of 5:30 or 6 AM just to get a really like good deep work block. But yeah, I've been getting up a little bit later. Plan of action today is to now do about an hour of client communications, and then actually we've got a physio coming for Mocha. Then going to basically go hit a very old school bodybuilding workout. As I said, papering for the Manchester half, so don't want to do anything now too fatiguing. So yeah, basically just going to hit upper body session, arms, shoulders, back, maybe do a little bit of core, and also definitely a lot of mobility on my hip as well. Then I'll come back, 2 or 3 different client programs to write, do some content, and then close some loops, and then hopefully go grab some food later with Josh. It's currently Saturday morning. Body's feeling a lot better today actually. So I went to Fix in Manchester yesterday, which is this new kind of sauna and ice bath facility that's open in Manchester. And their kind of concept is they have this social sauna. So I think it's the world's biggest indoor sauna, or the UK's biggest indoor sauna, and then they've got some ice baths at 6 and 10 degrees. So we did 20 minutes in the sauna times 3, and then also 2 to 3 minutes times 3 within the ice bath. I'm not gonna lie, the ice bath was hard, especially the 6-degree one. I was really struggling to get my shoulders in there, but to be fair, body's feeling a lot better for that today, and hopefully that will be displayed tomorrow when we do the Manchester half. But today's plan of action is to get a little bit more food in. I haven't actually carb loaded for this event just because it was never actually a priority, and it was something I decided to do very last minute. But yeah, so I will be getting between 500 to 650 grams of carbs in today. Ideally, if I was carb loading, I would have probably been doing that for the past 2 or 3 days. But one thing I definitely did take away from the last half marathon that I did, I felt heavy. Not because I was carrying too much body fat or anything like that, just because my body wasn't used to the amount of carbs I'd actually consumed in the days leading up to it. And I also felt like I'd ate too much the morning before. So I'm just very much going to go with like what I'm now used to and don't need to change too much. And then I'll just kind of top up with gels as we go. But today's plan of action is going to sit down, do a bit of a work block. Now I'm going to plan some content, which I'm going to be shooting with Rory next week, which I'm looking forward to. I've then got a haircut with Livs, which I'm also looking forward to make sure I'm looking good for a race day. 2 client calls, which I'm looking forward to as well. I'm really not going to overthink it. I'm literally just going to have pretty much the same as what I always normally eat. Again, so I usually have 100 grams of oats in the morning, so I'm going to have 150. Potentially 175. I always have sourdough for lunch with eggs. I'm just going to have like an extra slice or an extra slice and a half on that. I'm literally just going to make very small tweaks. How's things?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How's uni? These are all the different bits of kit that I'll be taking tomorrow with me. So I've got UVU running vest, UVU running shorts, and then I'm also going to be taking my Muscle Mind hoodie, which unfortunately I think I'm going to have to leave at the start, and I actually don't have any old clothes with me. I didn't bring any to Manchester, so but I would rather not be cold. Alternatives, I might take a towel. But then got Nike Alpha Flies and also got some Nike socks. And then down here I'm going to be taking 3 gels. I'm undecided, I might take a 4th. But last time I did a half marathon on 3, I was absolutely fine. I've actually got an iPhone charger because my iPhone always runs out at these kind of things. Prada sunglasses, but to be honest, probably not going to need those. Muscle Mind water, Humantra electrolytes, obviously got my AirPods, race number, and then also my vest. I was planning on not actually taking the vest, but when I'm actually carrying all the different gels and things, it does give that option to actually just put my phone and the gels in there and not carrying it around. It's currently race day, got up at 5:30 AM this morning, wanted to make sure I got my oats in at least 3 hours before I started racing, because otherwise I feel a little bit heavy. Showered and now I'm all ready, got all my bits packed, just waiting for Luke, who's one of my clients who's going to be running the race as well, and we're going to head down there together. I think I'm going to leave my camera here just because I don't really want to leave it at the bag drop, so I'm going to be using my iPhone. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Disaster that qualifying.
Son of the day.
Every second.
Back in the flat, it's been a very, very long day. So yeah, ran the Manchester half today, and I'm honestly so happy with the speed I ran it in a 1 hour 29. I honestly had no idea that I was going to run at that speed today. I've been having like a dodgy hip, as I've been explaining, and plus I personally actually didn't think my fitness was actually at that point yet. I would have been happy with anything that was like around 1 hour 33, which would have just been like a 2-3 minute PB. But yeah, I ran a 10k PB in 42 minutes. And yeah, realised it was on and was really digging towards the end, and honestly, yeah, I'm so happy with that. And I am working towards a sub 90 minute half marathon and then straight into 250 kilo deadlift, and it was not planned today to go and do a 250 kilo deadlift, but thought based off the fact I've done a 90 sub 90 half marathon, I need to go and give that a go. I may as well. Only managed 235. I think 245 would have been there, but yeah, it's definitely on. And then we had a load of the boys from Muscle and Mind come. We chilled, we had some pizza, we also trained, and then we also went in the golf simulator. It's been a very fun-filled day. And yeah, certainly very tired now, so time to recover. Mum and Dad are now bringing Mocha back. Thank you for taking the time to watch this vlog. And if anyone has any questions or what we do at Muscle and Mind, one-to-one coaching, or just a little bit more, or anything around kind of body image, or just any questions, then I really would appreciate you dropping a message on Instagram, and also subscribing to the channel below.